Big day in Cubs baseball. Cade Horton making his major league debut, and stay to the end on this breakdown for a kind of awkwardly timed slash hilarious interaction with Ken Rosenthal and Cade Horton's family. But Brad Keller is getting the start for the Cubs. Why is Brad Keller getting the start? Well, three names: Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto, and Pete Alonso. Cubs didn't want Cade Horton to have those as his first three batters of his major league career. He did eventually face them. We'll see each one of those pitches. But he starts off with Brandon Nimmo and a fastball at 96 for a strike, his very first major league pitch. Follows it up with 97. Yeah, at the knees. Heat. 0-2. Now he kind of starts to nibble a little bit on Nimmo. We're going to go pitch by pitch. If you can see too on the fastball, a little bit of a cut action. Gets that, what they call it, a curveball in the beginning, but it's really a slider from Cade Horton. It's just a hard slider, has a lot of downward vertical movement. Then he overthrows the fastball a bit. Again, it has that natural cut. And on 3-2, looks like Nimmo is just kind of assuming, okay, this guy's overamped. He's going to overthrow it again and take strike three. Perfect pitch. And there it is. First at bat, first strikeout, Cade Horton, the whole family there, and just absolutely stoked. And yeah, you can see that thing just kind of moving a little bit like a cutter. It's a really good look. Then Mark Vientos swings through the first pitch, and then a lazy pop fly to Mr. PCA in center field, former Mets farmhand. That's out number two. And then the very first pitch to Acuna, that is Ronald Acuna's brother, grounds out to first base. What a great start. 9 pitches, 1-2-3 in his major league debut. Of course, he's going back out there. The family's stoked. But we've got more action to come. This is a big at bat. Brett Baty. Why is it a big at bat? Well, it sets up the second at bat, and you'll see what ends up happening here. So Cade Horton misses down low on the first pitch. You didn't see the first pitch, actually, because Fox telecast did not cut away fast enough. So then the second pitch was low. Then the third pitch right there, fastball at the knees, 96. So it's 2-1. Then on 2-1, a high slider, Baty takes it for a strike, and it's kind of like, all right, well, that seemed high, seemed a little in, but either way, he kind of shakes it off. And then on the 2-2, well, Cade Horton says, I'm going to throw you another one of those, just a little nastier. In the dirt, that thing is so dirty. That 1-2, fastball with a cut, and then the slider down in the dirt, tough to catch up to that. Then he runs into his first bit of trouble. Hits Francisco Alvarez. Heard during the telecast that he actually had surgery on this hand, exactly where he got hit on this pitch. This is 95, 96 right off the hand. That cannot feel good. Francisco Alvarez did stay in this game. He was fine, at least during the game he was. Not sure what happened after. So it's 1-2 now to Tyrone Taylor, the number 9 batter. Little lazy fly out to Dansby. Okay, we're going to get out of this thing. Lindor comes up with 2 outs. Wait. Nope, that's catcher's interference. Now, you'll see on the really extreme zoom in here, it just barely nips that glove. Catcher's interference, if the bat hits the glove at all, the batter is awarded first base. It goes down as an error on the catcher. Miguel Amaya had a lot of issues with this last year in the first half of the season. He kind of got it under control. This is the first time we've seen this in a while, but it's huge because it sets up first and second with 1 out for the top of the lineup, Lindor then Soto, instead of 1 on with 2 outs for Lindor. So how's he going to go after Lindor? Well, he starts him off. Slider in the dirt, really not a competitive pitch. Second pitch, though, he just comes right after him. Says, here's the fastball, 96. See if you can hit it. Then on 1-1, he goes back to the slider. It's up a little bit, but off the end of the bat there for Lindor. Lazy fly out once again to PCA. A lot of awkward swings, not very good swings the first time around for a lot of these Mets hitters, so that's a good sign. And then Soto takes fastball, 95, right there. Doesn't do the Soto shuffle. Was waiting to see maybe something like that against a rookie. But nope, gets out of this thing. Slider, ground out to Nico. Great job, Cade Horton, dealing with this first bit of adversity, and he handles it like a pro. Then in the 4th inning, the Mets get their first hit on a 2-strike fastball from Pete Alonso. Hit pretty hard. Nimmo, he struck out his first time. He pops out this time. A little bit of a circus here as Dansby makes the basket catch there. Makes things interesting. But then it's Vientos, who flew out his first time. Takes a fastball down the middle. Then swings through a really dirty slider. And then that time it was hung. 0-2. This was a problem a little bit for Cade Horton on this night. 2-strike hits, especially hanging the slider a little bit. Next up, Acuna gets a ball in the dirt. Now it's second and third with one out. So Cade Horton, if he wants to keep a 0 on the board, has to go to work. Cubs do have a healthy 4-0 lead, so he's got a little bit of space to work with here. But as you can see, that ball just skips weird right off the dirt there. That's what that breaking ball tends to do. But it gets Acuna swinging. Man, he's one batter away from getting out of this thing unscathed. He already went through a little bit of adversity last inning with the catcher's interference. Now if he can get out of this, it's looking like he's pretty poised out there. But I want to kind of take you back to that first at bat from Brett Beatty on the 2-1. It was a high slider, took that for a strike. Then on the 2-2, slider in the dirt. This time it's a 1-1 pitch, not 2-1, but it is a one-strike pitch. So I think Beatty right here is sitting slider all day long, and he got it up just a little bit, and that thing is ticketed for the right center field fence, and that's a 3-run home run. Man, just so close to getting out of a jam. Beatty is pumped up. By the way, Brett Beatty, not very good this year, but for some reason, he was basically Eugenio Suarez against the Cubs tonight. But next batter, Cade Horton gets out of it. It's still a 1-run lead, so Cade Horton walking off the mound. He's feeling good. Is he going to come back in for the 5th inning? I wondered about that, and the answer is, well, it's yes. And it's kind of hilarious. So we're going to watch this at bat as Cade Horton's family gets interviewed by a certain reporter in a bow tie, and I just love the faces of every single one of Cade Horton's family members here. They could not care less that Ken Rosenthal is sitting right next to them, but just the faces. Let's just zoom in. Like, Cade's dad doesn't even know that a question's being asked to him right now. Cade's mom over on the left side here, she's like, why are we even having this going on right now? In the front, that is Cade's wife. She is, I mean, that's kind of one of those faces of like, just get out of my way. I just want to watch my husband pitch. I'm guessing sisters or maybe friends right there. They're kind of like, we're just here. We're here for the good time. As we watch this at bat, I mean, again, it's just like, watch the faces as Cade Horton battles, by the way. This is a huge at bat. Like, and this is just a really good, I'm going to get on a soapbox just for a second. This is a really good reason why producers in Major League Baseball just don't have any feel for the game these days. Like, there's times to do fun, light stuff, but this is not one of them. Do it in the bottom half of the inning when Cade Horton's not pitching, or maybe when Cade Horton's day is done, then send Ken Rosenthal over there. Like, while he's pitching in his Major League debut and it's a 1-run game and you potentially have a major at bat coming up with then Francisco Lindor and then Juan Soto, like, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk on TV right now and watch my son pitch. And this Tyrone Taylor at bat just goes into nail-biting time against a 1-run game. And you've got Francisco Lindor coming up next. If Tyrone Taylor gets on, like, you've got the winning run at the plate, and it's the 5th inning, but still, this is a battle. Cade Horton eventually gets the best of this battle as he strikes out Taylor on that slider. A little off the plate, would have been ball 4, but great pitch. So then you've got Lindor coming up with nobody on with 1 out. The family kind of relaxes a little bit. Lindor goes down 0-2, and this is, once again, 0-2 is where Cade Horton was battling a little bit. He gets the fastball that Lindor fouls off his foot here, and I just felt like that was a really good time to say, okay, let's go back with the hard stuff inside, maybe high and in, or a slider down in the dirt. Probably trying to get slider down in the dirt, and instead he just hangs it on 0-2. I got some major Ben Brown vibes from Cade Horton. Unhittable when he was on, but when he was leaving the stuff up, it was a little bit more hittable. And this was the difference, though, because he gets to 2 strikes with Juan Soto, and what does he bust out? The first and only changeup of the day. It looked like a foul ball. Turns out that it was straight up a swing through, so Lindor does get the stolen base, but that's a strikeout on a really good changeup, the only one that Cade Horton threw the entire day. And with 2 outs, man on second, Pete Alonso, the hottest hitter in baseball for this entire season, lines out to John Birdie. So congratulations, Cade Horton and the Cubs, as they go on to win this nail-biter 6-5. Brett Beatty hit 2 home runs, but the Cubs offense did just enough, and Porter Hodge locked it down in the 9th. Cade Horton gets his first Major League win in his debut.